It's time for another installment of Diary of a Mad Black Vampire. Now, this last week was really about Lestat and Grey Worm raising a child together. Trigger warning, if you don't believe that love is love is love is love, this is not for you. Now, the little girl was trapped in a fire that was inadvertently caused by Grey Worm killing somebody who pissed him off. And Grey Worm wanted to save her. So he saves her from the fire and brings her home. But she's badly burned and she has smoke inhalation. So she's dying and she's suffering. And so Grey Worm asked Lestat to turn her, which is really how he got turned. He was in a moment of great emotional and mental stress and suffering, and he wanted to end the pain, and he thought vampirism would do the trick. Why he didn't turn her, I don't know, but I guess he didn't have his skill level wasn't there yet. I don't know. So Lestat agrees, but he doesn't bother telling him the laws of vampirism, kind of like the 3 laws of robotics. Well, vampires have laws too, and one of the laws is we don't turn children. But he doesn't bother to teach Grey Worm that. He just agrees because he's giving Grey Worm what he wants. A little backstory. If you've read the books like I have, then you would know about Lestat. When he was made, his maker just abandoned him. He didn't teach him how to hunt. He didn't tell him what he was. He didn't tell him what his powers were. He had to learn everything alone and on his own. And it greatly damaged him because he just doesn't have empathy for people because he had it so hard himself. So Lestat has to teach their new daughter, I'll call her Strawberry Shortcakes, how to hunt because Grey Worm is still eating cats and rats. He's kind of like that annoying uncle that always comes to your barbecue, but he's vegan. One day Lestat takes her up to Lover's Lane because he feels like the lovers, they're all excited, their blood tastes really great, and he teaches her how to hunt, how to take down 2 people at one time. And when she rolls up on a couple, they're making out, she gets really intrigued by it. She's like, hey, I'm 19, I'm grown, I want to be doing that too. She gets rid of all her baby Strawberry Shortcake clothes and starts wearing women's clothes, but she's still in a little girl's body. So, when women see her passing by, they're just laughing like, oh, this little girl's doing dress up. And she gets in her feelings quick. She meets somebody that she wants to have a relationship with, but he's real reluctant because she looks like a kid. And he's like, I'm not a pedo. Like, what's happening here? And she's like, oh, everybody in my family looks young.